Hello and hello. What a year. It's only January 3rd. This is the perfect meme for how I feel right now. Me on the first day after the holidays trying to remember how my job works. Uh-oh, what's this about? So how's YouTube? Which of these gambling websites do you rate positively? It is interesting to see that in German you spell his name Jesus Christus. All right. The midwits say the DB is crap. Okay, I see. That's what everybody says. Time for a blood test. Okay. No cheating. Good one. Okay, for some reason this is blurry. Girl at the gym yelling for me to stop staring. Me with a visual impairment of negative 3.25. I'll assume that's bad. Oh, that's why she's blurry. Okay, this is a complicated meme, guys. All right, it's a news article. Psychologists are researching why passengers grab their hand luggage during evacuations. Like, instead of just evacuating without their hand luggage. I mean, it really just shows, like, how materialistic we are, I guess. And not just that, but also just how inconvenient it is to lose all your personal items, you know? And also during, like, an evacuation, there's a large part of you that just feels like it's probably a false alarm, you know? So are you really going to leave behind all your stuff for, like, a false alarm? Now, of course, that's bad because it might not be a false alarm. Anyway, so then it says, in the event of an emergency landing, leave your luggage behind and get yourself to safety. And then you have two routes to choose. Which fork in the road will you choose? Possibly die. That's one way. The other way is, the evil way is, have your credit card blocked, apply for a new ID, have your debit card blocked. See, that's my point. It might be worth just dying. At least taking that risk, you know. Might be worth the risk. Most children's shows. Violence equals bad. Tintin. I mean, I don't know the show. Do I have to react to this? I guess I'll write it down. Oh, I can see USA. Let's just call the USA from now on to annoy the Anglo-Saxons. Does this imply that, like, America... Because I know Europeans typically call USA America. This is actually quite a little bit of an ironic meme, I'm not going to lie. Because here in America, in the USA, I used to refer to the USA as USA. It wasn't until I started making videos for Europeans that I realized that you guys refer to us as America. Even though, of course, America is the entire continent. In fact, there's North America and South America. So it's not very specific. So I started referring to it as America instead of USA, which I used to call it USA. Am I making any sense? I feel like I'm not making any sense. I think that did make sense, actually. Hopefully that made sense. But anyway, this would not annoy me at all, to be honest. I mean, I am totally cool with calling it USA. Me, I want to submit my unemployment benefit ALG. And then this ALGI application 2 months before my employment contract ends. The employment office. Please do this no earlier than 14 days before the start of your unemployment. We still need an employer's certificate. Please don't obtain this yourself. We will do it for you, but it will take a month. By the way, you are not covered by health insurance until then. My years of lying to the Dyke Man saleswoman that I still had waterproofing spray at home. Waterproofing spray for your shoes? Okay, she's trying to sell you some kind of waterproofing spray. Got it. And you say you already have it at home. Me, now trudging through the snow in wet shoes and socks and regretting it. I've actually never heard of that. Like, I was making an assumption and it happened to be correct, but I've never heard of waterproofing spray for shoes. Does this shit work? Is it like permanent? Does it make the shoes look shiny? I have a lot of questions. Okay, nervous? A little. Is this your first time? No, I've been nervous before. People in countries who use their horn every 3 seconds for 20 different reasons, but mostly just because there's a lot of traffic. People in countries who use their horn properly to warn someone or draw attention to themselves. Germans who only use their horn to tell you, after a near miss or reckless driving, that you're a son of a bitch who can't drive. See, I knew I had some things in common with the Germans. Any other water? 12 kilometers that way. Gerald Steiner, 20 meters. I guess that shit sucks. It's like the Dasani of America. Everybody hates Dasani water. The 4 horsemen of the apocalypse in the new housing development. Conquest, war, famine, death. 13-year-old boys on recess. Because they're stressed out about Fortnite. Is Fortnite popular in Germany? Never forget. What they took from us is €4.99. And what is this? Is this some kind of... Are those chicken McNuggets? Yes, they are, right? $4.99 for 20 McNuggets. Whew. It's crazy looking back on the days when a McDouble was $1. Now it's like $3, which is insane. Because you used to be able to go there. Like, I have fond memories. I don't know, maybe this is a very American thing, but I have a fond memories of going to McDonald's with the boys, getting like 3 McDoubles. It's $3. And just gorging on them. Now that would be like $10. Well, what's the fun in that? City bros, when they've finally financed their house in the country. Mowing the lawn, removing the leaves, shoveling snow, trimming the hedge, mowing the lawn. Yes, this is home ownership. You should realize this before you buy a house over an apartment. Or at least realize it when you're choosing a house. You know, now I know. I will never buy a house that is under the limb of a giant old tree. Never again. Sponge cakes. Gingerbread. So gingerbread cookies have overtaken sponge cakes in Germany. You know, gingerbread isn't bad, but at the same time, I do think it is kind of garbage. It's not bad. I'll eat it if it's there and I'm hungry, but it's like kind of ass. So I'm a little surprised that would overtake the sponge cake. Although then again, I don't even really know what a sponge cake is. I'm over here Googling it. Like, what exactly is a sponge cake? I don't know. It looks pretty good, though. I mean, I think it looks better than a gingerbread cookie, I'm not going to lie. Exploders when they see a 6'9". Exploders when a child laughs at 6'7". Hey. That's because 69 is actually referencing something. You know, inappropriate. So it's funny. 6'7" is just some random bullshit. Am I an exploder? The most dangerous things in the world. Building blocks. True. Guns. Nuclear weapons. Snowballs with stones inside. Who the fuck would throw a snowball with a stone inside? I thought it was going to be like a snowball that's made of like ice, you know? Like snowballs when the snow is that perfect slushy, but not too slushy to where you can like pack it into like a literal ice ball. Into the roaring 20s, 2019. Germans when they laugh at the Swiss LI. Germans when reminded what Berlin would be without LI. Bern, which is the capital of Switzerland. What is the Swiss LI? In Swiss German, diminutives often end in LI. Hasli, Bierkli. Germans sometimes mock this as sounding cute or childish. It's an example of how AI can be just fucking stupid. Look at this. It says Berlin ends in L-I-N. If you remove the L-I, you're left with B-E-R. Where'd the N go? Grandma, when I roll my eyes and slide off my chair after 3 plates of venison goulash, 5 dumplings, half a kilo of red cabbage, and 2 desserts. He doesn't like it. Whoa. Venison goulash. That looks fire. Oh, yes. Yes. I don't know how you guys prepare it. I don't know what it is. I mean, I guess it's deer meat with stuff. That's why I'm looking it up. I don't know what it is, but yeah, this looks fire. I guess I'll search the German version. Of course, potatoes. You just use potatoes instead of pasta. Hell yeah. Yes. Don't help the trainee. Don't teach the trainee anything. Only make the trainee do the dirty work. Complain that the trainee can't do anything. It's a circle of life, huh? I'm the dumbest person in the world. I leave the shopping cart in the parking lot. Okay, you're definitely dumber. Well, yeah, then you don't get your quarterback. Me on January 3rd, who has to call the hotline, whose answering machine informs me that it won't be available until January 2nd. Interesting. You guys watched iCarly? It says January. I don't get it. Dear customers, we are opening checkout too for Germans. How I feel in winter when I put leftover food on the balcony instead of in the fridge. Pulp Fiction meme. Come on, be brave. Say it again. It's called porch. Berliners, when they visit family in the countryside and electricity comes out of the socket. Wait, is the power back in frickin' Berlin yet? Holy shit. I knew it was coming back Thursday, right? Yesterday. Hopefully it's back, guys. I confirm real quick with my sources. Power restored. Yay. The derp at the train station. No stops today, says DB. Swoosh. Problem with that customer? What? I'm the dumbest person at the swimming pool. I wring out my soaking wet swimsuit in the changing room so that all the other guests have to stand in the puddle after me. It gets a little colder in winter, as it does every year, and it snows. The DB. But what about global warming? I, who would like an inflation-adjusted pay raise. Team leader. You got enough sleep because you went to bed on time. I got enough sleep because I overslept. We are not the same. That is 2 very different ways to achieve the same goal. If I eat the whole pack of Nim 2 soft instead of just 2 candies. Finally, cakes. When people tell me on January 3rd that they last showered last year, 4 days ago. You can stay with us for dinner. Me as a school child. Cousin. Our parents are siblings. Wait, what is this? Cousin. Cousine. Vetter boss. It's amazing that all 4 of those words just translate to cousin in English. Me at 4 a.m. How I calculate how much sleep I'll get left. Alarm rings at 5:30. Far fail. I far fail in depression. Oh, I far fall in depression. Is that the joke? Like I fall far into a depression? It's a sad meme. 9 points. Furthermore, I refer to the marginal notes. Look at the exam. No marginal notes. He was a boy. She was a girl. Could I make it any more obvious? He was a boy. She was a girl. Me, I need 10 grams. Dealer, 10 grams of what? Apples, gummy bears? Alright, I'm a head out. I bet he's thinking about other women. Pictures of upper-walled flying dogs look weirder than pictures of upper-walled owls. That fucking thing is terrifying, first of all. But yes, that does look weird. Owl upside down almost looks natural. It's snowing and freezing. Yes, father? Why do we clear snow and spread grit? So nobody falls flat on their face? Also, for liability reasons, Carl. For liability reasons! It's such a German thing to say. Sleep? No. Posting 3 hours before you have to get up for the first working day of the year. Sleep rhythm extremely disrupted during the holidays. Yes. Cannibalism. Kiwis eating kiwis. I'm going to stream now with my washboard. It's easier that way. You smell completely different when you're awake. Damn, this meme's old as hell. Overly attached girlfriend. I remember that. I'm an OG. I freaking remember that. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next week. Have a great weekend.